Your sim looks so much more pretty than mine. My computer does not animate. Look at it like this.
We've had a very busy couple of weeks. We had Ryan Kircher in the shop recently, and he's racing an SR Rush as he makes the journey from sim to reality. So tune in and let's go.
My name's Ryan Kircher, and I race primarily in Rush SR, and I'm working my way up through Rush to get into GT racing on a bigger scale. The way that I got into racing was just on the sim. Honestly, it's one of those things where if I wasn't competitive, I maybe wouldn't have pursued it. But when you compete with actual talent on the sim, and then you can do it in real life too, it's incredibly motivating to keep pushing forward. So that's where we were. We were competitive, and I knew I had to give it my best shot. So here we are.
What do you primarily race on the sim?
On the sim, I'm primarily on iRacing. I was on an esports team that raced in GTP, and then now I primarily do GT3 training. My career path, if it's to go anywhere, is going to be mostly in GT racing, so that's where I like to stay. The translation from the sim that I have at home to the real world and back is a lot more rough than it would be as if you had one of these amazing sims. Really, the biggest difference is when you go from driving a real car to just your regular sim, there's going to be so much detail that you're going to be missing, so making the adjustment back is really rough.
And do you have a lot of experience with motion simulators?
No, I don't. So this is one of my first experiences with motion simulators. Honestly, once you get used to it for a second, it tricks your mind into thinking you're in the real thing. It's those subtle details. It does a really amazing job of translating. It's interesting. The belt tensioner is really nice. You can push the brakes. It really helps you find your braking zone and how hard you're braking.
Yes, because it's not just the foot pressure now, right?
No,
I have to pedal help with that because now it's pressure and
it's almost encouraging. It's like, oh, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper.
Right,
yeah, it's really cool. The fact that the rear end can actually step out on you. If you're going over a curb, you'll feel the curb. Just going down corkscrew right now in the sim, if you took a little too much speed in it, you felt the rear step out and then it would catch itself. And so first time with a really good motion simulator, and it was incredible.
Awesome. So you do see yourself being able to use something like this as a training tool to actually help, you build some of that muscle memory as to what the track feels like and some of those subtle cues that you pick up in the real car?
Yeah, 100%. I think the sim, especially a really high-end motion sim, is the best tool you can get for training. Real laps cost thousands of dollars. So an investment into a high-level sim is going to save you a ton of time and money. Just giving a quick example, Road Atlanta recently in the Rush, we had 2 laps in practice. It was a track that I had never been before, and I stuck at P11 out of 53. So the sim does amazing things. If you have a great sim, it's going to help a lot, and I could not recommend it more.
And what feedback do you have for us in terms of tuning? What cues would you like to see more of or less of?
For me, because I've come from just a non-motion sim, I rely heavily on my hands. So having a steering wheel that feels good, has a lot of detail, I think is really important. And then now that you're adding it, the extra feedback is really great to get used to. So just having somebody take a few extra laps to get comfortable, I think is going to be important, because at first it's going to be sensory overload. Same thing as it is in a real car. You jump in from a regular sim and you're like, oh my God, it's vibrating. Everything's going a million miles an hour. So actually the same thing happens here, which is kind of crazy. I'm in a garage right now behind screens and I'm getting sensory overload like I'm driving a real car. And then your brain quickly adapts to that like it would in the real thing too. But the first couple laps you're like, whoa, it feels really nuts. So this really was super confidence inspiring. Yeah, no, it's super cool. No, I loved it.
Yeah, so what's nice is when someone jumps in and they immediately start driving, feel comfortable.
Right.
Kind of know at least you're
for sure.
Semi there.
Yeah, the only thing I had to get used to is just the driving position, and the rest of that you're like, oh, I feel right at home. It feels real.
Absolutely epic. So now, where can people find you and follow you to join in on your story?
Yes, so my main platform is on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Ryan Kircher _racing. And then Facebook, just my page, Ryan Kircher. Shoot me a follow. It's everything I do, from the racing to the potential partnerships to how I go about my marketing to what the journey looks like. I'm not a funded driver. I don't come from a billionaire family that put me into racing. I got into this on my own, and it's going to show you how you can do it too.
Definitely, man. Excited to follow your story. Thank
you
so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an amazing time.